So hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solution. So in our previous session, we saw uh, a problem statement. So for what might the problem statement for using performance management? So we saw employee goals and are often misaligned with bordered organizational objectives, and the feedback process are inconsistent and time consuming. And we also saw the solution for this, how we can overcome these problems with the performance management system. Then we saw review period, which is nothing but the period which is used for the performance management. Then we saw performance rules. So in this, we saw who can access the who can give the feedback and evaluate. Okay. After that, we saw the eligibility profile, in which we saw uh, who are eligible for the performance management. Okay. Then after this, we saw a scenario based on the eligibility, in which we took a few eligibility criteria and applied to the eligibility. In today's session, we are going to in today's session we are going to uh, walk through in the and see what is performance document type. So performance document type is a crucial part of the performance evaluation process. It acts as a foundation for creating the performance template, which is used to drive the actual performance review cycle. So let me walk you through how to create it and where it's fit in the overall process. So first thing is, we create the performance document type by filling out the keys. Let me take you to the instance. So under my client group, you will find performance, and if you scroll down, you will see the performance document types. So let's click on that. Okay, let's add. Okay, okay. So the first thing we are going to do is providing the name for this performance document. So performance doc 2025. So we are further taking our example which we took yesterday, and let's create a performance document based on that. So this is performance document for financial year 2025, and the status will be active, and from which date you want this performance document to be active, you will provide in the from date, and then comes your to date. Okay, so okay, so by default the manager assigned to a performance document is the employee line manager. However, there's flexibility to allow the employee to choose a different manager for the evaluation process. You can enable this by marking the option worker can select manager when creating the document. Okay, so I'm sorry. mm, performance. Okay, so let's do the first important thing, which is performance document manager. Performance document financial 2025. The from date will be 12th, today's date only. So okay, and end date will be the last date. Okay, let me click on submit. Okay, here is our performance document. Mm, just give me a second. So here you can see the end users. No. So since we are not using this performance document anywhere, so this is the end users. No. Okay. So that's all for this performance document. Let's go ahead and further see the comparison between the four of the components we have seen till now. So we saw review period, performance role, eligibility profile, performance document type. So review period is the time frame for performance review, in which you can define for how which period of time, like time frame, you want to work this performance review. Then role and evaluations, performance role. So what are the roles will be used in for evaluation? Okay. Then there is a eligibility profile. So these are the rules for who is eligible. So the eligible candidates, okay, you can say. So who all are eligible, you will define that in the eligibility profile. Okay. Then comes the performance document type. It is a structure for evaluation template. Okay. Then what are the purpose of these features? Are the purpose is for the review period, we see is aligns evaluation to organizational cycle. And if you see the example, it says annual review from January 20, sorry, January 1st to December 31st. Okay, this will be your annual review. Then will be your purpose for performance review role. So the purpose for this is it specifies responsibility of participant, manager review, employee self-assessment, and reviewers approves. So these are the examples. So in the self-assessment is the worker who will self-evaluate himself. Then the reviewer is the participant who will be involved in the evaluation. Okay, and the manager is the manager who the most of the time it will be on line manager. Okay, then the purpose of eligibility profile is it ensures correct employees are included in reviews. Okay, for example, one full-time employees at job grade 5 plus, greater than 5. Okay, so this is an example we took yesterday, and based on that we have provided an example. Then comes your performance document type. In this, we define a section, weightage, and rating scale. Okay, so annual review template with goal 70% and competency 30. Okay, so this is the basic comparison between the features for review period, performance role, eligibility profile, performance document type. Let's move ahead and let's now discuss the important features of performance management system. So is the questionnaires. So a questionnaire is used to gather structured feedback from employee, manager, or peer during the evaluation process. Okay, it consists of questions organized into sections and inherits its structure and properties from a questionnaires template, while also allowing additional customization to meet specific business needs. Okay, so this is a structured feedback from employees, managers, or peers. In this, you will be providing questions you can provide in this. If you see the example, you can see feedback questions. Okay, in that, some questions will be there. So let's move ahead and let's try to understand the questions. Okay, to create questionnaires, the first step is to create questions. Okay, this is the first step you are going to provide follow to create a questionnaires. Okay, think of questions as a building blocks of your questionnaires. These questions can later be pulled into a questionnaires template and used for different performance evaluation. Now here's how we create questions. Okay, so here you see is the if we go into the specific task, which is performance. Okay, and under setup maintenance you will find under review period you will find the questions. Okay, so we click on that, and on the left hand side you see the folder. Okay, so for different types of questions which will be covering just now. Okay, based on the example we'll see how we create questions. Okay, for now let's see the template. For that, I'll click on create button. Okay, so the first thing you see is the status, okay, which is required over here. So we can keep it draft while working on it. Once the question is ready, we can mark it as active. So mm, okay, so when we are working on the question, so when you are not done with the questions, you can provide the status as draft. Okay, once you are ready and yeah, you think your questions are good, you can keep the status, change the status to yes. Then comes the privacy. So decide if the question should be private, only editable by the owner. Okay, so if you keep this privacy as private, so so the person who created this question will be those person will be only able to create or edit that questions. Okay, if you keep it public, then other than the owner, the person will be able to edit the questions. Then you see is the question text. Here you provide your questions. Okay, okay, so here if you have any instructions based on like uh, what are the you can say like if the person is having an providing himself excellent, then the excellent should be marked as 5. Okay, so these are the basic instruction you can provide over here. Then comes the question types. Okay, we will discuss this in a bit, but let's see what is display the question conditionally. So if you want to question to appear based on the response to other questions, you can set this up by linking it to a controlling question and its response. Okay, so if you want the question to appear based on the response to another questions, we will tick mark this. Okay, and then you have to provide the code for that question and what are the responses which are controlling. Okay, so let me let's see these what are the questions types. Let's move ahead and understand what are the questions type. Okay, so there are four questions type, which is text, single choice, multiple choice, and no response. In text, it will be an open-ended response. So whatever you want to write in that text box, if we come back to the instance, and here is your text. It is by default selected as text. Okay, then there will be a text area for the answer in the answer section, where you can provide your whatever the answer you think is the suitable answer for that question. You will be providing that. Then comes your single choice. Only one response from the predefined list. So there will be a list. Let me open the example sheet. Okay, now let's see. These are the folders we are going to create, which is behavioral questions, competency based questions, self assessment questions, peer feedback questions. Okay, in this, if I tell you the single choice, okay, the first question is how well does the employee work as part of the team. Okay, it will be a single question, and from these provided options like excellent, good, average, need improvements, you can only select one option, right? Then comes the multiple choice. Okay, so if you see this, let me mark it with some different color so it will be highlighted. So this, okay, in this the question is which technical skills has the employee demonstrated proficiency in. Okay, so in this there will be multiple choices. Okay, so the person might excel in SQL, PL SQL, fast formula, HDL, OTBI, BIP. There are multiple areas where the person will be, where person might be proficient. Okay, so we will keep that in the multiple choice question, multiple choice. Then there is type question type which is no response. Okay, for information only. So there might be a question which is only for the information purpose, right? It's like uh, you can say anything like who is reviewing your like who will be involved in the review. You want to provide that information as your question, so you will be putting that under no response. Okay, for example, here I have already provided the example. It was betterly explained in this Excel sheet. Okay, let's go ahead and let's create our questions. Okay, let me save it. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to create our folders. So I'll click on add. So I'll click on create. The first questions are behavioral questions. So I'll copy it from here and let me paste it here. So behavioral questions, I'll Say, click OK. Then let's create the other. Let's create other folder, which is competency based question. I'll copy it from here and let me paste it, and let's click on OK. The third one is self assessment questions. Let me copy and let's paste. The last one is your peer feedback questions. Let me click on OK. Okay, so these are the four folders, and inside this we are going to create our questions. So the first behavioral question, let's create that. The Here you can see the question code. It is automatically generated. Okay, you can change it if you want to. Okay, let's decide the owner, who will be the owner. Okay, we don't have that. Let's keep the status as draft only, since we are creating and not ready for this question to be used anywhere. Now here you will provide your questions. So let me copy the questions from the Excel. The first question is, how well does the employee work as part of a team? Okay, I'll paste it over here, and I don't want to provide any instructions over here, so I will move ahead and select the questions type. Okay, so uh, sorry based on the options, we are going to keep this as single choice. So I'll select single choice from here. Okay, and then you have to provide the uh, uh, response code. Okay, so let me delete this first. Single choice from a list, and rating model. uh, Let me evaluation rating, we'll select that. Okay, so this was already created, and these are the response code. Okay, we will find it here. You can delete and uh, yeah, you can delete this and add your own response over here. Since I'm not going to do that, let me save it. Okay, now this question has been saved, and I'll click on save and close. So our first question has been created under behavioral folder. Let's create our second question. Let's select the question. So the second question is, does the employees take initiative in solving problems? Okay, this will also be a single choice question. uh, let's see if we have any pre-existing rating model. Yes, no, yeah, there is one. Let me add the another one, which is sometimes. Okay, sometimes. Let's save this and save and close. Okay, our third question is, rate the employee communication skills. In that, you have excellent, good, fair, poor. Okay. So again, we will be having single choice rating model. We are going to select as evaluation rating, and we have four options, right? So fair and poor. So let me remove these two, and we will add, okay, we will add over here is fair. Let's save and close. Okay, so these are the three questions we are going to save in behavioral questions. Then comes our competency based. So which technical skills has the employee demonstrated proficiency? Okay, let me select that. I'll keep it here. Okay, this is going to be multiple choice questions, so I'll select that. And there is no rating model, so let's simply add the response. So SQL, PL, SQL, then comes the fast formula, HDL, OTBI, and BIP. So HDL, OTBI, BIP, and the last one is HCM extract. HCM extract. Let's save and close this. Let's create another. Okay, how effective does the employee meets deadline? Okay, this will be a single choice. So let's select the question type as single type. Mm, performance rating model. So this is let me select it from here. Often, sometimes. Okay. Okay. Let's keep these responses same. Okay. I'll click on save and close. Okay. So for this, I'll create it to, like later. For now, let's move ahead with our rest of the topics, which is questionnaire template. So once your questions are ready, the next step is to create a questionnaire template. Think of it as a blueprint for your questionnaires. Okay, the template allow you to group questions into sections for better organization. For example, you can have one sections for behavior questions and another for technical competency. Main consistency: all questionnaires create from this templates will inherit its structure and properties, making it easier to manage large scale evaluation. Okay, so for now we have created only two folders. Uh, there's no problem in that. Uh, okay, these tasks will be in the sequence. So the first thing you will create is the question, then the questionnaire template, and then the questionnaires. Okay, let me create the template. Uh, let's provide the questionnaire financial year 2025. Okay, let's click on next and let's focus on the content. Okay, so here section order will be sequential and stack region. Okay, let me add the questions we have created. We'll search in the folder. And let me copy the keywords which. Okay. Mm, okay, we have. Okay, we didn't set the status as active, so let me do it right now. S- uh, let's go back and questions, behavioral. Let me click on edit and make it as active. Save and close. Okay, again we'll edit active, save and close, and edit active, save and close. Okay, let me do only for. Okay, we have two only, so we'll do that for both of the questions. Edit active, save and close. Okay, let's go back to our questionnaires template. Let me create the name was not this, sorry, questionnaires template. Okay, let me click on next, and here now we should be able to find our questions. Search. Okay, first question, then the second, and the third one. Let's add for the competency also. Okay, let's review. Okay, so all of our questions which we wanted are added. If I uh, expand this, you can find the responses also. Let's click on save and close. So this is the questionnaire template, which you can say is the uh, foundation, sorry, blueprint for the mm, this was our template. So this is the blueprint for the questionnaires, the questionnaire template. Or if you want to edit that, you can do that in after searching and click on edit. The last thing is questionnaire. Okay, okay. So so we create the actual questionnaires. This is where everything comes together. So this is the questionnaire flow where you can first you need to create the questions, then comes your questionnaire template, then comes your questionnaires. Okay, so if we go to the navigation, here is your questionnaires. Okay, mm. Okay, here you can create the questionnaires, oh sorry, folders. Okay, now you want to add your questionnaires template. So ours was questionnaires template financial year 2025. Search it. Okay, again we didn't activate the questionnaire template. I'm extremely sorry for that. Okay, let me click on edit, and here the status will change it to active. Let's click save and close. The status is active. As you can see, we have activated our questionnaire template. Let me add a folder as well. So this is question financial year 2025. Okay. Inside this, we will create our template. So sorry, we will add our template. Click on OK. Mm. Let's click on active. Next, the content we need to add. If further we need to add any questions or anything we need to do, we'll do over here. Then simply next, save and close. For this also you need to actually activate it. I've already done this, so you can see the status as active. So okay, so that's all about questionnaires, and I hope you like the session. If you have any queries, feel free to feel free to drop the comment. Thank you for watching the session. Thank you.